What's going on, everybody? Steve here. The week 5 team builder against Minty Poke in the English Espeons. We won last week off of some of the most ridiculous hacks I've had. Obama Snow has now stolen me 2 games, plus getting the exact acupressure boost that I need. Pretty handy. I did make some trades. I got rid of Rhyperior for Rotom Wash. The reasoning behind that is that Rhyperior and Heatran share a lot of weaknesses, so having them on the same team as my main sweepers just didn't make a lot of sense. And from there I got Rotom Wash, so I need to drop Rotom because that makes no sense. I can't bring them together, and if I wanted one it would probably just be Rotom Wash. So I picked up Croagunk, because I also intended on losing Riolu, because Riolu's been absolutely terrible. Croagunk can also use Coaching, but it gets Fake Out, Vacuum Wave, Bullet Punch, maybe Mach Punch. It gets a ton. Okay, it doesn't get Mach Punch, but Sucker Punch, Bullet Punch, Vacuum Wave, Fake Out, really useful. Anticipation's a good ability, it gives me a little bit of insight. Dry Skin can also be good against any rain teams, if I ever have them, and Poison Touch, honestly, Fake Out having a 30% chance to poison on top of guaranteed flinch is pretty good. And then my last trade... I got rid of Gastrodon. It just wasn't pulling its weight. So with Rhyperior gone, I wanted another good physical attacker, and the best one available at tier 2 was Mamoswine. Considered Lucario and considered Electivire, but decided on Mamoswine. And then finally the Riolu drop gave me Dusknoir, which gives me a secondary Trick Room setter, as well as an incredible offensive presence. And a good switch into normal type moves, or fighting type moves, which would be into Heatran or Mamoswine. So here is the Espeons team: Metagross, Suicune, Bronzong, Butterfree, Pikachu G-Max, Glaceon, Alolan Persian, Serena, Umbreon, Conkeldurr, and Mr. Mime. He did just beat the Regigigas team, and he did bring Mr. Mime to that, but I'm expecting Metagross, Suicune, Bronzong, and Alolan Persian. Metagross obviously is just really good. I feel like you have to bring it every time. Suicune is great against Mamoswine and Heatran. Not very good against Rotom Wash, though. Bronzong would be to activate the Metagross weakness policy, probably. Persian for Fake Out, Taunt, Foul Play, maybe Snarls, depending on what he's running. Parting Shot could be good as well. And then Butterfree, he's been doing a lot of Choice Scarf Sleep Powders. I'm not bringing safety goggles because this thing doesn't hang around that long to warrant safety goggles, and maybe that's why nobody's brought it against me either. Glaceon is good against Tangrowth, would be his only reason to bring it, I think. Or maybe if he thinks I'm bringing Abomasnow, he can use 100% accuracy Blizzards and I lose to Freeze. That would be fun. Umbreon, I think Persian has this covered, but Umbreon can be here if he's really concerned about Cresselia. I don't really know why he would be, but yeah. And Conkeldurr, the fighting type, is very good against me. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's going to bring this. And with Guts, he can't be burned, right? I want to put this green, but maybe if he's super concerned about like a weakness policy Cresselia or something, he might not bring it. So Pikachu I have no I do have electric moves now, but he has no electric weaknesses, so it's kind of moot. Serena is not good against anything on my team, and Mr. Mime also not good. Persian already has Fake Out, so if he wants that, it's already in Persian's hands. And let's see what I am bringing. Showing up? Yes. Let's get rid of this ad. Okay, starting things off with Cresselia with an Aguave Berry. Let's make sure that's the one I want. Yes, okay. Power Swap, Skill Swap, Thunder Wave, and Moonblast. So this is, I think I'd always lead with Cresselia. The speed here is to outspeed Serena and anything slower than Serena, which is the Butterfree, Metagross, Glaceon, Umbreon, Conkeldurr, and Bronzong. I'm never going to outspeed Pikachu or Mr. Mime, and I don't really care about outspeeding Suicune because, well, we're going to speed tie, so that would mean I'd be max speed. And I'm just going to paralyze it anyway. If he uses Tailwind, it doesn't matter because I'm just going to start spreading paralysis. The idea behind leading this Cresselia is that a max attack Life Orb Metagross, for instance, does not one-hit KO this Cresselia, and if he has Weakness Policy +2 max attack, only one-hit KOs me like I think it's like 30% of the time. Do I still have that open? I do. 18.8% of the time with max Steel Spike, which is pretty good. I'd take those odds, as we've seen. Skill Swap is here to either give Levitate to the Heatran, or, because I'm faster than the Metagross, if I can get a Fake Out onto the Persian and Skill Swap the Persian, Fur Coat Cresselia is ridiculous. If I change Levitate here into Fur Coat, that same max Steel Spike now does a maximum of 51.9% damage. Obviously, because you take half as much damage, but that's pretty crazy. And then the following turn, I can just Power Swap, get the positive boost, and stay alive even longer. And then Moonblast is there because it actually has really good coverage on his team. This video not sponsored by Mill Street Organic. Yeah, Moonblast hits obviously his dark types and fighting types super effective, but everything else for neutral except for Metagross and Bronzong, which is really good. So speed to outspeed Serena, defense and HP to live most attacks from Metagross, and just 4 in the other 2. Weakness Policy Heatran, which I have not done. Flash Fire as always. Enough speed again to outspeed Serena. Heat Wave, Solar Beam, Protect, and Flash Cannon. The Solar Beam is there to be able to kill the Suicune. Might be wondering why the special attack's so low. I mean, I got a base 130. And at +2, this is a guaranteed KO max. Actually, I made a notepad of this. 1 second. Yeah, guaranteed KO. On a max HP Dynamax Metagross with anything. Max HP Dynamax Metagross with anything less than 88 special defense EVs, as long as I get my weakness policy boost off. If it's Okaberry, obviously I won't one-hit KO, but that also means that I don't get one-hit KO'd by Max Quake. And then hopefully whatever he's with is slowed by Thunder Wave at that point. And that's basically all the calcs there. So with that small amount of investment plus the weakness policy, I'm going to one-hit KO most Metagrosses. So that's kind of a weird amount of special defense to use. Rotom Wash, Citrus Berry, Levitate, Will-O-Wisp, Hydro Pump, Thunderbolt, and Protect. Again, the exact same speed. That might be standard across the entire team. Almost. Yeah, Will-O-Wisp is here mainly for Metagross. Will also help against Serena if he decides to bring Serena. And even Persian, if Persian has Foul Play. Conkeldurr probably won't help because Guts. But I just won't use it against Conkeldurr until I find out otherwise. Hydro Pump and Thunderbolt are just good stabs. Will hit his whole team except for Serena for at least neutral damage, which is good. Yeah, even number HP to get the most out of Citrus Berry, and then the rest into special attack, but one into each defense and special defense to make sure if I get a Steel Spike or a Quake boost off that I get the most out of those boosts. Tangrowth with a Yacht Berry. This is just in case Max Hailstorm or Blizzard, and actually with this investment I live both. Ice Beam from Max Special Attack Glaceon, and a Max Hailstorm from a Max Attack Metagross. I'm going Chlorophyll this time, in case I get the Sun set up with Max Flare, then I can start going faster. 76 times 2 is 152, which I believe means I'm faster than everything. Wait, is that correct? 76 times 2. Am I just bad at math? No, 152. Why did I do that? Oh, 152 means I'm faster than Suicune. So that's probably why I did that. I probably can't go faster than Persian. Or if I did, I lose the bulk. So maybe sacrificing that last step to make sure that I can outspeed the Suicune and still live the ice moves from Metagross and Glaceon. Rock Slide and Power Whip. I think those team together fairly well. It's got a bunch of grass resistances. Butterfree. I think the Rock Slide is mainly there for Butterfree, but it also does help against the Serena a little bit. And Rage Powder, obviously. Always gotta have it, basically. That Rage Powder will pair with this Swords Dance Drapion with Scope Lens. Night Slash, Cross Poison, and Prick Break have an incredible amount of synergy. Brick Break, super effective against 3. Poison, super effective against 2. And Night Slash, super effective against 2. And these are all different Pokemon too, which is fun. 2, 4, so that's 7 Pokemon that get hit super effectively out of his 11. And the remaining ones get hit neutrally by Dark. Yes. Oh, except for Conkeldurr, who gets hit neutrally by Poison. Yeah, so with the Swords Dance boost, Scope Lens raises my crit ratio. These already have a crit ratio, so that's a 50% chance to crit. And the damage will increase by 1.5 times. This thing, as we saw in the Monotype tournament, the one game I played, has potential of doing a lot of damage. And finally we get to the Croagunk, who I'm sure you're surprised I'm already using. Focus Sash with Anticipation. When I was running Riolu, it was either Eviolite and Focus Sash anyway. He was dying in 2 turns regardless, so why not just use Croagunk? Does the exact same thing, plus I get some knowledge about his moves. Like if I send this out against Metagross, I know either as Quake or Psychic, probably. Because he doesn't have the other moves that I'm weak against. Flying. Is that it? No. Is that it? Might be it. Whatever. Yeah, Fake Out. So this will pair with Cresselia. I think I'm going to actually lead Cresselia Croagunk first. Get a Fake Out and either skill swap. Like if it's Alolan Persian, I will Fake Out the Alolan Persian with Croagunk. And then skill swap onto the Persian, try to get Fur Coat. But obviously Persian's faster than Croagunk. A good thing to note here is that Croagunk at max speed is faster than Metagross with no speed investment on a neutral nature. That puts Metagross at 90 speed. Max special attack, Vacuum Wave could actually pack a decent punch, but the foul play is very important here, because if Metagross gets activated, this foul play is doing at least 50%, which is incredible. So the main plan, yeah, fake out whatever isn't Metagross. If it's like a Butterfree or Bronzong lead or something like that, fake out whatever is not going to max, or not obviously going to max, and then skill swap or Thunder Wave with Cresselia. Or if it's something I'm not concerned about at all, it's like something without fake out or taunt. Actually, what does have taunt on his team? Persian. Oh my god, his whole team has taunt. 5 Pokemon. Persian, Serena, Umbreon, Conkeldurr, and Mr. Mime. But I will be faster than all of those, I believe. Not Mr. Mime or Persian. Everything else. Unless they have Scarf. Yeah, so if one of those isn't out, I can just swap in Croagunk for Heatran, skill swap Heatran on the switch in, switch back in Croagunk, Vacuum Wave my Heatran for the weakness policy, and then I got a levitating weakness policy Heatran. And that'll be pretty hard for him to beat. Yeah, that's the obvious synergy. Rage Powder plus Swords Dance Drapions, another one. If I'm not leading that, I think Tangrowth would just be in the back to help support Heatran. I think I'll probably go Cresselia, Croagunk, Tangrowth, Heatran first game. Try that out. Obviously, depending on what he has. I think he's going to prep pretty heavy into the Heatran. That's definitely my main offensive threat against him, especially with his dual steel cores. Conkeldurr seems pretty likely. Which maybe Moonblast will help. Ooh, I could skill swap his guts away from him. That would be pretty cool. Anyway, good luck to Minty, and thanks for watching. Peace.